Good morning and welcome back to Enduro Loft. Gonna just take a quick look at the birds. They are going to go for another short toss today. We did 2 short tosses with Group B. So whoever's here from Group B, which I know from last night, there's 4 missing. Out of there were 11, not 9. There were 11 initially. So the birds have all been on a first set of dewormer. They've been on a canker treatment, metronidazole, 5 days. And yesterday, they received their first round of the new Super Grip Mix from Van Robe's that we got from Diamond Wing Supplies in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Shout out to Adam and the team. Thank you so much for having this set up to receive good quality products. And what I believe, and maybe some others, some of, if not, the best quality pigeon products there are. Straight from Germany. I will tell you, hours after the birds receiving the grit, the poop had improved significantly in the loft. I will be honest, there was a lot of watery poop here in the loft. And I honestly felt it was a lack of minerals from the get-go. My problem was having to find somewhere that they have good quality grit, and then also paying the price to get it here, whatever, right? So, and it's just certain things that I don't want and I don't want to settle for. So until I get what I want, I'm going to have to use what I got and make do. And all these birds have been doing great. More of a natural system here. As to with my own self and my kids, very little medication, very little. I mean, I haven't applied any vaccines as of yet, but I do have a PMV Paramyxo, and I think it's chlamydia, I believe, that they're getting ready to receive. I just was able to get that. But the minerals is so important, just like ourselves with taking salt for humans. You know, oh my God, I'm diabetic, I can't have salt. And your doctor's lying to you. And I don't know how they don't get charged with murdering all of you Americans that don't listen to real truth, which is you need salt. You need sodium. You also need the other 20, 30, 40 essential minerals that is in that salt. Not the ionized salt, not that table salt. I'm talking about the good salt, the Himalayan salt, the Celtic salt, the Baja Gold salt. If you know anything about that for yourself as humans, you know the importance of those salts and how they regulate the body's pH level, the blood pH level, to regulate it to a degree where you have minimal to no sickness or disease. I'm I'm 1 year into this. I have only given the dewormer medicine from the Tractor Supply. I spray on the horse bug and fly spray for external parasites. I'm also using diatomaceous earth powder on them and in their foods to eliminate external and internal parasites, along with pumpkin seeds. Every now and again, I'll throw some pumpkin seeds into their food and crush them up, so it's not just one bird that gets one seed, but give everybody a little bit, and it's going to help with that internal parasites. The spray is phenomenal. I love the spray. Any birds that I receive that have external feather mites, all birds get sprayed, but especially those, if I see them in the loft, they're getting sprayed. But once I spray them and they go in the loft, hardly ever do I see my birds with mites on their feathers. And I think that's a start, getting the external parasites off. But I have struggled with watery poo. And it's bothered me. And I've got a little bit of grit here and there from other people, and that's helped out temporarily and went a little bit of ways. But for the most part, I've been using the Lizzie Mae's Redstone, and then also mixing in bags of oyster shell from Tractor Supply. And I feel like, it's giving them what they need, and then I try to supplement it with, different herbs and spices that I put in, or different oils that I put in their feeds. We have a few different additives that we use here. I'll make a video for that here someday and go over what I know about what, and we can all help each other and learn and grow and build the sport of racing pigeons. But I'm going to be applying the same types of things I apply to my own self. Not a lot of medication, little to no vaccines, medication only in a dire need. But if you're sick, you're getting some type of natural herbs, spices, tea, something to help you. But I just wanted to shoot this video. I'm down to, I believe, 34 birds. Now, the 4 birds that did not return yesterday from yesterday's toss. I got a couple hanging out over here. They may show back up today. We'll do another short toss from the same 2 locations, see if we can speed up those returns a little bit. And then we'll jump out to the a little bit further. And we're going to do our best this year with racing these birds that we've got. Now, these birds, all these birds, the 3 white birds, I bought those. They weren't much. I got those out at Shenandoah Loft in Shenandoah, Virginia. He had a few birds, and I was able to get them for a decent price. This Nely right here, probably the most expensive bird here. $40 at the auction down in Doswell. The other birds are babies of club members that were late hatches, or a few of them I was able to select at babies. And then when they grew up, then I was able to get them a little bit later. I selected their band numbers when they were just a week or 2 old. So the rest of them were all pretty much gifts. I want to say thank you to everyone that did gift or donate a bird, whether it was banded or unbanded. I do truly appreciate the gesture and just trusting me enough to raise, take care, train, and have a chance with these birds. I hope that we can do a good job and we make everyone proud, and maybe even some of these unbanded birds maybe become some great racers, and we can use as breeders. So we have 34 birds here. 2 of them are droppers, so that would mean 32 birds have been trained out, and we have about 8 of them not trained to 50, and the rest of them have been trained at least to 50 miles. So we got to get everyone up to 50 miles and start pushing that maybe a little bit. I think I would like to get everybody back home from 100 before I race, but we'll see how that goes. But shout out to Diamond Wing Supplies in Elizabeth, New Jersey for all the new products that we have here. This is day 2, so we're looking forward to giving them the vaccines, using the feeds, using the minerals, and having some of the other things necessary or that would benefit us in the breeding season coming up. So this is going to be interesting. We're going into the second year, guys. I knew nothing about pigeons, birds, racing, the sport, a homing pigeon, messenger pigeon. I knew nothing about any of this before May 30th, 2024. So it's been literally just over a year in the sport. I've had a lot of different birds, high flyers, and some other stuff, but I feel like I got a good set of racers here, and I think that with this small selection of 32 birds right now, possibly maybe a few more that may show back up in the next day or so, I think we're going to do some serious stuff. So I'm just looking to see what the times are. I got to get some bands ordered, and I got to get the clock all set up so I can really see, how fast are these birds flying? How good are they doing? Or how bad am I doing? So I don't even know. I just am focused on trying to keep them healthy, spending time with them, learning, paying attention, watching videos, reading, educating myself best I can with everything, and just to see how good of a job I can do. So it just takes time, guys. This is not easy. Just like life, it's not easy. You could be a parent with a 5-year-old right now, and that child is sick with something that could be very easy for someone else to help rid and take care of, because they know what to do and they have the proper tools to do it, and they know how to exercise it. Same with birds, same with dogs, same with anything, So I got 1 year into this, so I am super, super non-educated. I know nothing. I will tell you that. But I have been doing my best, and I hope that these birds appreciate it. I hope that the sport appreciates my efforts. And I'm just looking to do my best. So we'll see what we can do this young bird season. And then I'm really going to look forward to next old bird season. I think that's maybe where I can shine a little bit. These birds, these are late hatches, so I just literally got these birds. I have to rehome them, I have to trap train them, and then I got to train them. So, and I get them a month, 2 months before racing. It's like, it's pretty difficult to do that. But I'm okay. It's just hard. So don't not recognize what I'm doing here, because this is not easy. And if I do something with these birds, like earn a degree or 2 or so, wow, how awesome would that be? So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the basket here. And we're going to take them down the road. And we're going to let them get outside, get some fresh air, and learn the area. One of the things I like to say, go ride your bike. It's like a parent going telling the kids, go ride their bike. I tell the pigeons, go ride your bikes. Go learn the neighborhood. Huh? Go outside. Get some fresh air. Get outside. Stop being inside. Always on the game, huh? Yeah, all you guys do is eat all day and play with each other. Go outside. Go fly. Come on. I'm looking for some champions, some warriors, some superstars. And I'll tell you what, I got 3 birds in, 3 birds here. My three ugly birds, I like to say. Man, these birds so ugly. I think this one of them right here. But it's 3 of them. They unbanded. But boy, do they come back. I don't care how much money you spend on a bird. If that bird has no training ability to it, I don't want it. If it ain't did nothing, I don't want it. You can have the prettiest, goodest looking bird. I've already had it happen. Back in the beginning, 2 of my very first birds that I got, eventually 6-7 months later, had my first set of babies. Man, these parents couldn't fly. The babies couldn't fly. It was a terrible situation, y'all. So, you know, like Frank says a lot, they will thin themselves out. You don't have to go around cracking necks and killing pigeons and being like that. Just feed them good, give them good nutrition, train them slow, give them every opportunity to get home. Hey, but if they don't make it, they don't make it. And that's the name of the game. You either come back or you don't. So these birds got what it has. I know that because I've been through, about 100 birds have been through here. I had about 50 and I lost all of them down to about 8 after losing half on Christmas Day. And then I lost the others training. So then I was down to 8 with those. I learned a lot. And then I had about another 50 birds, and then now I'm down to 34. So I've lost another 16 birds out of the 50. But I'll tell you, all of the birds that were gifted to me were not quality birds. And I'm not talking about people from the club members specifically. I'm speaking on, I got birds from people in the club and I got birds from people out of the club. And a lot of those birds that I got were not good birds. I'll just say that. I knew that from the very get-go. But I did my best with them. I gave them all the same good feed and love and energy and training and everything like all these other birds. Them other ones just didn't make it. So I'm very proud of this group. Again, thank you to my fellow clubmates that have gifted me birds and have also lent and offered advice. Thank you so much. Shout out to the president for being great. He's doing a great job, I feel, as a club president. And you know, it's we're gonna build this thing up. Not just the club, but the sport. We're gonna be doing a lot of things. If you guys are looking for supplies, if you're in the Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, North Carolina area, Delaware, and you're looking for quality pigeon supplies, make sure you tune in and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Enduro Loft. On YouTube, you can find us at Enduro Loft as well. But unfortunately, we had to create this new channel just due to a phone situation. The phone got damaged so bad I lost all my information in it, and I got locked out of the YouTube account. That's what happened. So now we have Enduro Racing Pigeons. Now you guys know the story. So it's here now. Live. Also, just a note. Everything you see inside and around this loft, besides some of, not this one, not this mesh, this was free, but like this mesh right here, I did purchase this stuff. Even this checkered flag, found it. Cages, given, found those. Alright, I bought that, I bought those stuff. Free. Everything in here, free. Right? Now, I did burn everything and scorch it super good in the beginning. Now, check this out. I know y'all want to see what this is. This is an IKEA Expedit shelf. It's a bookshelf used to store records mostly. I got about 20,000 records. If anyone's interested, let me know. I got a lot of stuff for sale. This is not an IKEA. This is one from Target, Walmart, something, a mock, because it's not the same as all my other ones. So I was just like, man, I'm going to throw it in there with the birds. And I got a couple other ones I'm going to put in here. But these make great little boxes. And you just throw a brick right there, and it's like, boom. They make their own little home in there. It's pretty cool. But like these, get these for free. Put some little straw or whatever if somebody wants to lay down or have a bowl or whatever, you know, just make it home. Found this, all assembled just like this. I work in a lot of industrial areas, so I run into a lot of this stuff. All of this is pallets. These are big, long pallets across the roof here. All of these cubes that you see were all pre-built shipping boxes, containers. This is the front of this. So these walls, this wall, are all faces to these boxes. And then on the top, the long pallets run over all the way out to the edge a little bit, and then all the way out past to where they go out to the edge of the aviary. And then that's a whole nother pallet section wide out there, the aviary. So what I really want to do is make the aviary pretty much the breeding section with all my cages. That's why all my cages are out there now. And use that as a hallway. And then each one of these boxes, like my initial plan, would be a section. So this whole area right here up until here would be a section where I could keep birds. And then this would be a section right here where I would keep birds. And then I would have birds in this section. And then birds in this section. And then birds in this section. But I don't know. I'm always changing up stuff. I do prefer and use a deep litter. I constantly am adding pellets or pine or cedar to the floor, or adding the diatomaceous earth to the floor to help with rid of parasites and mites and all kinds of other stuff. Sprinkle it around the loft. I spray the horse spray on the walls for the flies and all that stuff. But it is a little dusty in here. I don't have this open right now. I like to shut them every night. Well, let's just go out here so you can see that. Let's go out here. And the entire loft is elevated off the floor on a row of plastic pallets. So there's plastic pallets underneath of everything. And then this is the diatomaceous earth stuff. It's just sprinkled in here. But I got all my cages out here right now. And then this is where we're keeping our little chicks. This is their little, whatever, boiler, whatever they call it. And this is what the baby chicks are going in at nighttime after they come in from the outdoor aviary over there. So you see I got the netting up here. And then it's all 1-inch mesh here, all down to the ground. And all of this metal, too, was all free. Found it. And then on top of the pallets, I found flat metal. And I put that on top of the pallets. So that way there's no gaps in the pallets. And I can walk on all the top. And I didn't have to find any wood and make anything. And boom, boom, boom. And then The top cover is a very, very thick pool cover. This is a pool cover that I found in the trash. It was brand new, and on the box it said wrong size, and it was thrown away. So I took that, put that up there. No more water leaks in the loft. And then in this front section right here, because this is not long enough to go the whole length, it's only 14 feet. And tarps don't work, guys. Tarps do not work. That doesn't work. Water leaks through tarps so bad. So now these roof panels also have holes in them. I got these for free as well from the dump. They had them sitting there. So I said, hey, can I get those? He said, yeah, go ahead, take them. I told him I was building a pigeon loft. There's only a couple nails holding this stuff in. It's not like super secure because I was just kind of putting it together. See, this is even held on by a little clamp right now. But this pallet is super, super big and super freaking heavy. Look how big that thing is. It's like 8 feet wide and like 12 feet long. And the boards are super thick. So you see right here, this is where the chicks are gonna go. I'm gonna build the run here. Got that coop over there. And then, so you see how the pool cover, this is just the edge over here. So all this, it never gets wet back here at all, ever. And then all I did was to extend this out to keep all this stuff dry. I just put some 2x4s in there, you see, and it just holds this, but the water just runs right off. So, but it's been a mess over here. These are some aluminum garage doors I'm going to use as the lower outside wall here. The goal is, guys, I'm not spending a whole bunch of money right now on all this stuff. Who knows? I'm not going to spend 20 grand on a freaking building to house the birds. And nah, man, I ain't got money like that. Hey, but I'm making it work, though. Check out my diving board. Boom. That's going to be used here soon. Getting ready to do their waters. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys my little secret. Look at that. Look at that bird right there. That one right there. That dark check. You see how it has that penciling behind the eye? Something about that. Alright. Well, let's go over here. These are just more nice big pallets to use for some panels to make some buildings or something. I mean, look at this huge pallet. You just put a couple of things of plywood on it. It's your whole floor for something. Alright, so what we got in here? We got our feed, manrobes. We just got that stuff in. We got our tobacco leaves for breeding season, our pick pots for breeding season, our pads for breeding season. We got some minerals. This is that diatomaceous earth, y'all. You gotta do your research on that. And do your research on this too. If don't nobody know about this, y'all need to get on this right here. Y'all need to get on this. Figure it out. Look it up. Yeah, look it up. And then see, that's the only medication I got in here. The wormer's inside. I keep the wormer inside. Flaxseed, pumpkin seed, all the feeds. 20 more pounds of diatomaceous earth in there. That's the chicks' food. Got me a cool little backpack for the shows. Put my bird in the junk. Delicious. My feeder, my carriers. My whole little workshop right here. My table. Then we got my fan. I'm not using galvanized feeders anymore. If you're using a galvanized feeder for pigeons or racing pigeons or something that you care about, I don't even know if chickens should eat out of this, but I'm not using this no more. The rust, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it really does make the birds sick. And I got some more. You see more flaxseed, peanuts. Crush them up always. And then inside of here, inside of this tub, we got pine shavings and chips. So, yeah, man. Enduro Loft. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Just talk to you guys for a little bit. Anybody have any suggestions, comments, questions, opinions? You live in the area. You're into racing pigeons. You got some birds you need to get rehomed. Something. I don't know. You need something, and it's got to do with birds or pigeons. Feel free to message me. My name is Kevin. You can contact me via email at Enduro Racing Pigeons at gmail.com. That first at threw me off. Sorry about that. I was like, hey, ain't an at before that, but I was saying at. You know what I mean? Because that's where you got to message me at. Hey, thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and the support. Really, really appreciate it. Please, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All three. We need followers, subscribers, likes, comments, questions, engagement. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Pigeon Racing.